Hello there, children. This is Hulkster for another video. On a very miserable day. I can't really turn my neck. I'm trapped in there. Neck's not right, and this the right shoulder. It's a freaking nightmare. Anyway, basically, this is a review. This is a bit out of it. This is a reply to Mikey's video. Who's your favourite Transformer? Now, unfortunately, because of my neck, I'm not fucking about grabbing toys, so I'm having to use this, which is my least favourite Transform. One of my least favourite Transformers, and certainly my least favourite Optimus Prime figure to represent him. Yes, I am another Optimus Prime fanboy to a massive extent. I'm a massive Optimus Prime war. Whenever I see him, I always get, I suppose, a sort of nostalgia trip back when I was a kid. No, with Pred's video, which I've also replied to previously, about who your least favourite characters, he came up with Prime, and his problem was that he watched the film before he'd watched the show, and he had no love for Prime. But you see, I can't ever remember watching Transformers before watching the film. But I still remember being sad when he died. I still remember crying for years when he died. But I guess I can't remember. There's always something about him. I suppose the line that in that film that always stuck with me: Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost. And that's always stuck with me. A kind of a noble sacrifice. A noble sacrifice that he had, that he was willing to sacrifice himself for everyone else to stop the evil that was Megatron. And watching back in the show, yes, looking back, he now has this kind of, you know, holier than thou attitude from the G1, but that was what characters had to have in the 80s. I mean, Lino was even more holier than thou. He just had the, you know, I'm a young leader. That's all he had for him that made him different from Prime. And as for Duke from G.I. Joe Action Force, Jesus Christ, he was even worse. But Prime, as Kal-El Prime said in his response to Pred, has had millions of years of experience in fighting Megatron. And the way I look at it, personally, is, as he mentioned out as well, so this doesn't sound like an original idea now, as Kal-El Prime said, was he's very good at keeping his people alive, as opposed to destroying the Decepticons. And that's the way I look at it. I can't imagine a force of evil robots, or even misunderstood robots, you know, just wanting power, not being able to destroy their enemies if their enemies weren't very good at protecting themselves. So because of that, I firmly believe in Prime's abilities as a leader, and that was proven more so with Rodimus Prime being rubbish. And although it's not his fault, you know, I mean, I'm saying this as if he's a real person. It's not the character's fault, because the character is from a young robot to being leader, essentially, just because he opened up the matrix of leadership. He's now been thrust into leadership role, which he was not trained or prepared for, and he never had the experience of Prime. But it shows you how much Prime did when Prime was easily able to just get things done, easily able to defeat these people. Sorry, I haven't been sleeping well, obviously. So yeah, so I mean, at the moment, I've just, from my previous haul video, you know, I've got loads of them. I'm now currently just getting Optimus Prime toys that I'm missing. So, and for 3 of them I used to have before I had to sell my old collection. And I love the toys. I love the look of Prime. Even though this toy is rubbish because of his old mode, but his normal robot mode, his robot mode is fantastic looking. I mean, it is Prime. He's iconic, and I don't know. he just always has. He he just oozes leadership. He just oozes valor. He oozes self-sacrifice, and I think there's a lack of that in modern society. There's been no modern-day heroes. There's been constant villainization of people in the press who have done good due to small, minor bad things. There's been a lack of doing things for others due to the recession. Like people not looking out for themselves, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just something that's gone. And Prime and other characters like him can bring people back to that. Can bring people back to the greater good, looking after each other, without being. He's not too in your face. He isn't an early Captain America, not a later Captain America, an early Captain America, because as later Captain America showed, his whole was in his values, not in his country, not in the human race as such, but in his values of freedom, etc. And I think that's the same for Prime. I mean, as Cal Prime pointed out in the what's that episode? I can't remember the episode called. When Megatron brings the planet Cybertron to Earth, he can't destroy Cybertron, and that because he has his own values, yes, to life, but he's also got to think about the life of his own species. And I like the fact that they put that in. I like that they had him think about his own race and not just think about Earthlings. And he's great, and he's hard. Let's be honest, he's always hard. He's always beating the crap out of people, except for in the first live-action movies. But looking back at them, the more I look back at them, the less I like them. But yeah, Prime's awesome in all his respects. I've never seen a Prime character I didn't like. I mean, in Robots in Disguise, even he was one of three characters I could stand in that entire show. I've only watched like 3 episodes of it since. It's horrible. The 3 characters: Prime, Megatron, and Skybite. So he's just Prime, and he should be treated with, I don't know, in a respect as a character. Again, I'm speaking as if he's real, and yeah, a close second to favorite character would be Starscream. So that's for another time. Right. See you later. Hope this all made sense, Mikey, and yeah, bye bye.